Lights, camera, action. Hi, I'm Shauna. This is my dog Nico. Ooh, isn't he just the cutest bagel? He's a certified good bagel, if anyone was asking. Today we're talking about red flags, what to look for when you're shopping for dog food and supplements. Red flag number 1 is an ingredient list that's very long. It can be difficult to read, or specifically, it has a very long list of ingredients that are inactive, and those are what we don't want. What we want is a list of ingredients that are easy to read and most importantly, active, which means that they are bioavailable and nutrient-rich for your dog. Looking at an example, we can see on the label we have our active and inactive ingredients. If we look at our inactive ingredients, they're actually quite long. It's a decent list and almost longer, actually it is longer than our active ingredient list, which is super important to know. We have acetic acid, brewer's dried yeast,
coconut glycerin, dried spray pork liver, dried wheat, increased smoke flavor, honey, mixed tocopherols, molasses, pork gelatin, sunflower lecithin, and tapioca starch.
That's a mouthful. That is so long. There are 5 active ingredients here, right? We have glucosamine from shellfish, green-lipped mussel, total omega fatty acids, which simplified is wild Alaskan salmon oil, turmeric, and calcium fructoborate. If I've got a hard time pronouncing that, it's probably not good for your dog. Another video should be me trying to open products. The reason why you have this very long list of inactive ingredients is because if you look at this particular product, it's a chew, right? It's palatable, it's soft, it's squishy, and we need these inactive ingredients to make up this specific chew. It does not mean that these inactive ingredients are good for your dog or providing any nutrient value. All right, so moving on. Now let's look at another product. So here we have Native Pets Allergy Air Dried Chews. So looking at this list of ingredients, we again have our active and our inactive ingredient list. Looking at our inactives, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients compared to our last long list, right? Our actives, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients. Let's read our inactive ingredients. Bone broth gelatin from pork, chicken, coconut glycerin, mixed tocopherols, which is a natural preservative. And here it even says natural preservative, so I know what this is without even having to look it up. I appreciate that. Looking at our active ingredients, we have colostrum from cows, spirulina, dried yeast ferment, which is a postbiotic, algae oil, and bacillus coagulans, which is a probiotic. Putting these active ingredients into simple terms is really easy as a consumer to look and know what's in my dog's supplement. What makes this different from the last product we looked at is that it's actually not a soft chew, it's air dried. Let's look inside. Here is your air dried chew, which is firm, difficult to squish, and is in this nice square shape. What's delivering your active ingredients to your dog? Actually, it's a piece of meat, it's chicken. It's no fillers, no starch, no potatoes, nothing like that. It's a real piece of chicken, which is super cool. So if you go to your local pet store and you look at what's on the shelf, most of them will be these soft chews that are filled with a ton of inactive ingredients that are really not bioavailable and nutrient rich for your dog. Big red flag. So in summary, look at those inactive ingredient lists, read them. If you can't pronounce them, it's probably not good for them. Go for one that has a low inactive ingredient list and a high active ingredient list. The next red flag number 2, would be looking at products that have the word flavor in them or on the label. What does that mean, right? You look at this product, it says it has pork flavor, chicken flavor, beef flavor, and your first thought is, my dog's gonna think it's delicious, it's gonna be easy to feed to them. But really, that does not even mean that that flavor is pork derived, chicken derived, or beef derived. It can be from anything, most of the time chemicals. So if you see a product that says natural flavor or flavor on it, it can be anything derived from plants, animals, or chemicals. Most of the time it's gonna be from something you can't even pronounce and it's not good for your dog, or us, or anyone. Get rid of it. Fillers, red flag number 3. Fillers are primarily made up of ingredients that are not good for your dog, or they're just buffers, how to make the bag bigger, right? Most of those ingredients are derived from wheat, soy, corn, gluten-based. So they're nothing that provide nutrient value to us or specifically your pets. So in a supplement, fillers can be used to bind the treat and make it all come together. Fillers are bad, 1, because they don't provide much nutritional value, but 2, they can actually be inflammatory. And what that means is that it can cause disturbance to your dog's gut. Those fillers can cause inflammatory reactions within their gut, which can also look like diarrhea, vomiting, upset stomach. And maybe you're not gonna link it back to that one ingredient. So this can be contradictory, so to say, if you look at a specific product that's, let's say, a probiotic, right? It's supposed to provide gut health. But on those ingredients is nothing but fillers. What it can do is upset your dog's stomach by causing a ton of inflammatory reactions. So what do we have here? We have a probiotic. What do we think of probiotic? We think of good for your gut, helping provide those microflora for digestion and overall gut health. Looking at our ingredients, we have beef broth, which is dehydrated, organic pumpkin seed, organic inulin, which it actually tells me it's from Jerusalem artichoke, that's pretty cool, a probiotic blend. The probiotic blend is put together of all these microorganisms that I probably am not going to pronounce correctly, but that does not mean that they're bad. We have blends such as bacillus, enterococcus, multiple bifidobacteriums. I'm actually impressed that I said that, bifidobacterium. It's pretty cool. We have 4 strains of probiotics within this blend, which is convenient. Also, if I'm reading this label, I'm not seeing anything that's alarming or anything that's gonna cause any upset stomach, diarrhea, nothing really big here that's gonna say, hey, this is gonna cause inflammation in my dog's gut. One other reason why we're probably not seeing a huge list of inactive ingredients is because this product is a powder. And what that means is it hasn't gone through all of the processing that, for example, a soft chew has. Red flag number 4 is vague or misleading marketing claims. And what does that mean? Think of when you go to the store and you get those bags of food and they say healthy, holistic, natural. When you see these words, the first instinct you have is it's good, right? Well, technically these words are just fluff. They don't mean anything. It's not regulated. It doesn't mean natural. What does natural mean? I don't even know. Another example that can be very misleading when you're looking at labels particularly is products that say dinner, entree, or with a particular ingredient. For example, chicken dinner with beef. What does that mean? You're thinking, I'm getting a product that has chicken and beef. Awesome, we've got 2 proteins, 1 product. What that really means is the words dinner, entree, those words really mean that all that product needs to have is about 25% of chicken in order for them to say chicken dinner or chicken entree. With beef, that means the word with really only needs to have about 3% of that product in order for it to make that label. When you're looking at the ingredients on this label or on the front of that product, companies don't need to be very open about where it comes from, how much is in it, etc. So for example, if you see that this product says beef, how much beef is in there? Where does it come from? Is it here? Is it there? Is it there? It's everywhere. I feel like I'm a doctor. So what does all this mean? This means that companies can put these labels, put these words on their product that are very vague and can be extremely misleading. So at the end of the day, it's important for us as pet owners to go read that label and do our research into that company. Where are they sourcing from? Where are they getting their ingredients from? What makes up this product so that we know what we're feeding our dogs. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below about what you think. We're looking forward to seeing you guys next time.